That is kind of a funny story that Terry and I share regarding the name of her donkey, because I don't know many people that have pet donkeys, but it's true. Anyway, but to be more serious, we thank Dr. Anthony Levatino, Dr. Joe Poyman tonight, and this is kind of the point during our meeting, during our banquet, when the rubber meets the road. So if I could ask each one of you to pull out the white envelope at your tables, and then there's inside that table. So for example, if you're a table host, you kind of maybe have done this before. If not, there's a large white envelope. It's got your table number on it, table 25 or something. And then if you could each, pass it around to each of your table guests, and then you'll see a smaller white card like this. So this is the pledge card, the donor card. We're asking for your financial support tonight. We're entirely, nonprofit. We don't get support from the government. Probably wouldn't want it either. But it's all from the generosity of thousands of donors like you here tonight. So the first thing I'd like to say is that the pledge card is also available online. Some of you may have your smartphones and you might prefer to make a donation online, but this exact duplicate is online. Or there's a QR code here at the bottom, and you can use the QR code to open that up on your phone as well. If everyone could at least fill out the card, fill in your name, your address, your contact information. There's a variety of reasons why we need to contact you throughout the year. Of course, for our pro-life voters guide coming up here in November, but other reasons, events like this, of course, the Walk for Life. So please, at the very least, fill out your contact information so we can get a hold of you. If you'll notice, the very second section is our annual leadership circle membership. There are 4 different levels. Donations range from $1,200 a year up to $10,000 a year. You all who are joining the leadership circle either tonight for the first time, or maybe you're renewing it for hopefully multiple years, you're the heart and soul of our financial support. It's your support that helps us budget throughout the year, so that when Joe needs to hire attorneys to draft legal briefs, which we just used in the Dobbs case in Washington, D.C. That way we have the financial support so we can go to the bank account and we know that we have those resources available. So leadership circle membership, really, really important. Again, those annual giving levels are from $1,200 to $10,000 a year. And then you can either make a one-time donation or a lump sum tonight, or you can make a monthly donation or quarterly, or if you have some other creative donation frequency you'd like, just call me and we'll figure something out. Also, the next section is the sustaining member. Why sustaining members? We realize that there are people who, based on their salaries and all, you may want to be able to give at the $10 a month level, the $25 a month, or the $50 a month level. So those are really critical as well, because we need to turn the lights on, we need to pay the electric bill, the water bill, and of course pay the rent, just like anybody else. So if you want to become a sustaining member, that's really, really important. And then even if it's just an other donation of a one-time amount, we have several different categories there toward the bottom of the card. Maybe that's $100 tonight. Maybe it's $500. And again, each one of those donations can be made either one time or a monthly donation or a quarterly donation. Let's turn the card over. Sorry if I'm being elementary, but maybe you go to different events throughout the year, different fundraisers. Everybody has a little different strategy, but our donation card is tried and true. So on the very back side, it'll say the payment method. Nowadays you can pay virtually anything in any way. So you can pay by check, make a donation by credit card, or a direct debit from your bank account. We actually prefer the direct debit from your bank account. It's highly secure, and it's extremely cost effective. It costs us pennies to process each transaction, where a credit card transaction costs a lot of money. You're actually giving more money in fees to the credit card companies than you would the bank. So that's important. And then what's kind of unique about Texas Alliance for Life, we're actually 4 different organizations. I mean, we are Texas Alliance for Life, but Texas Alliance for Life, Inc. is our legislative organization or group. You know, the IRS, we have different tax statuses that we have to comply with. So Texas Alliance for Life, Inc. is really important. That helps us out, again, with our legislative efforts. And coming up this year with the 2023 legislative session, we do need funds to help us with our legislative work. Those are not tax deductible per the IRS rules, but then the remaining three are the state PAC, so that helps us elect officials at the state level. The federal PAC, pretty obvious, but at the federal level, so we can help elect, congressmen and senators, as well as, presidential candidates. And then also the trust fund is the last item. That's for our educational efforts, and that is tax deductible. So again, we have 4 different organizations because of the nature of our legislative or educational work, and we have to follow the IRS rules with each one of those categories. I just wanted to mention, I just loved hearing Dr. Levatino speak tonight. What a powerful life story, conversion. Really, really, really powerful. What man designed for evil, God has restored for good. But also I want to realize that very few of us can be a Dr. Levatino. Very few of us tonight. We don't have his medical or legal experience. So I kind of feel, what can I do? And then thinking of Dr. Joe Poyman's experience, very few of us here tonight can be a Dr. Joe Poyman. We don't have his 30 years of pro-life and legislative experience. Pretty hard to duplicate. So what am I going to do, right? I'm here at the dinner, I'm at the banquet, this is a great cause. How can I individually make a difference? I don't have Dr. Joe Poyman's skills. I don't have Dr. Levatino's skills. But each one of us can make a difference protecting mothers and unborn children tonight by supporting Texas Alliance for Life. Your financial support does give us the ability to influence future legislation and to inform thousands of Texans about the dignity and sanctity of innocent human life. So I'm asking you for your generous support tonight. Each one of you will decide how to give, not reluctantly or under compulsion, for God loves a cheerful giver. And so will the mothers of the unborn babies you will be saving through your financial support tonight. And as Dr. Anthony Levatino asked, we are all here for a purpose. We're all here for a purpose. You may have been invited by a guest. You may have found out this may be your first event, your first banquet with us tonight. But ask in your heart, what is your purpose to help out for the pro-life movement? And tonight we are asking for your financial support. As far as the white envelopes, some of you are probably way ahead of me. Just put your donation cards back in there. We do have a team of our board members who will be picking up the envelopes at the end of the night. So we do protect your financial information. So that's really important, and we'll be safeguarding that. If any of you are concerned about that, you can give me the donation or Dr. Poyman or one of our board members. They'll come by the table. So thank you so much tonight. Give yourself a round of applause for coming. There's almost 1,200 pro-life guests here tonight. Thank you.